Good morning, Bootsy. Let's go for a walk. Ready? Let's go. Let's go. Good morning, y'all. Those snapdragons, that's their second flush. Moved this pot. It was on the back porch for shade. I'm just going to get some rain, which has the best water. And it is doing really, really well. Even the impatiens, they're in the morning sun. Look at this weed that I did not pull. I mean, how many flowers have I pulled and it's not been a weed? Look at the ivy. Isn't she beautiful? It's her second year there. On the other side, there's some too. Got lots of mockingbirds in the trees. My Delight Rose. She's so pretty. And there's her baby sister. Orange. She's doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Not sure if the other is a sucker or just it's growing. We'll see. I've got green. I'm glad. Oak leaf hydrangea. Love the old muted pink. She's so pretty. It's hibiscus. Supposed to be 5 to 8 inches tall. I think she's really 12 inches. There's another one. Lilacs. So proud of my creeping Charlie. Is that what it is? Some roses. I'm not in the morning sun. So I have 3 of those. They're growing really good, healthy. Those ground roses, you just cannot lose with ground roses. Back up. While tiny, she is mighty. She's been mowed over the last couple of years, but protected her, and can't remember her name. She's one of my favorites. Apricot. Oh, look at the roll doll. She needs heavy deadheading. That's not the best place for a dahlia unless you want somebody to have dinner. There's some more ground roses that are light pink. A little sapling tree. See how the muscadines. Oh, we usually get so many muscadines, and this is a baby little muscadine. Berries, they're always underneath. I'm not going underneath. Hey, Boots, what'd you find? The quince. I had a chance to cut out some trees and bushes and stuff that were in some of the quince. Miss Manners. I think summer is here. It's supposed to be a heat index today of 103. Cut back that quince pretty heavy. I'd like to do that to all of them. The other ones had some quince fruits. I want to see. Oh, you can just smell. This is plum. Weeks rose. Look. She's so full, so pretty. Let's go into the potager garden. The entrance dahlias. Hey, Boots. They're really doing well. You can see I've got one cutting here. My yarrow. Hope she grows bigger. I really want to cut the yarrow and add her to more of the beds. Bleeding heart. This rose just keeps on blooming. See all her buds? Get closer. It's just a brownish pink, if a rose could be brown. She's beautiful. I love muted colors. My asters are really getting crowded. They're just doing so well here. I hate to kind of move them, but I may try to move them. Not going to get much rain. Really have to be diligent about getting her watered if I move. Look at this. Maybe I'll have to Google lens it. But I had some delphiniums here, and while they're by Annie, didn't expect blooms, but I thought I would get a plant. So I don't know. We'll see. It was over where that little purple plant there. Can't recall the name of it. Some of the roses are really having a hard time. This one had some disease on the leaves, and it may have taken. I've ordered some more roses. Well, Rowdy, the good boy, I'm glad you showed back up. Yeah. This little bed has just done so well. This is where the broccoli was, and the lettuce, the bee balm. Oh, the bees appreciate it. Kind of going back up to the front. So pretty. Some zinnias. Basil. I'm going to get my basil seeds out and see if I can plant some more. So I'm going to harvest quite a bit of it and make some pesto this week. Some zinnias. Pulled out that mustard that was there and moved the board over so it matches. It had just been pushed out, so I see some rogue bulbs. Most of my bulbs pulled up. Try to do something different with them. They just had so much greens and not many flowers this year. Echinacea. Oh, a toothache plant has just taken over. I'm so excited. It's so exciting when it's like perennials are really perennials, y'all. The Dahlias. She's pretty. She's pretty up here with the bee balm, and then that little pop of orange. It's a muted orange. I've learned with growing flowers. Well, these are my favorite colors, the pinks and the blues and purples. They get lost sometimes, and so you've got to have that pop of yellow. It just draws your eye. It's like, hey, let's go see. But the pinks and blues will always be my favorite. Rosie the Riveter, she's getting tired. Need to get out here and fertilize. Fertilize them. It's been a month. Twilight. She's doing good. I scooted my yarrow over to see. She was hanging over and just beginning to get mowed. So I scooted her over. She's had a couple of rains. She's coming out of it really well. The lavender has had too many rains. I had them kind of bunched up in a row and thought they're just not getting enough air, so I moved them. I see one branch that's halfway alive. There's some seedlings that I had planted and finally just put them out here, so we'll see. They just were not growing. My peonies, so glad to see how I've got that dirt raked away, hoping for peonies next year. This is their second year, which I'm surprised they came back. They didn't do nothing last year. I thought, oh, they're just dead. Worked with this bed, and initially was going to put it blueberries because the bed beside it was strawberries, and oh, there's another lavender. It's got a few branches, maybe just the tops, or green. Sunflowers, some dianthus, some zinnias, the strawberries. Cut back the bulbs there. Need to work on this bed. I'm gonna take out some of the baby plants, or all the baby plants that I can, leave the mother plants, and put them in some little bigger seed trays. I can see these gladiolas from my kitchen window. So the strawberries, I'm going to put them in some seed little trays and see if I can get rootings on them. I don't have another bed for them. Oh, look at these zinnias. Excuse me, dahlias. They do have little petals kind of like a zinnia, but aren't they pretty? Just this dark burgundy, and then they fade out to a rust. My tomatoes. Wow. I was hoping for sun golds. I just knew there was sun golds. Well, I've seen all the blooms. Waited and waited. It's like, sun golds are quick and don't take very long. The salvia is gorgeous. Alyssum. Love the white. And there's the last lavender. That one's doing the best, so I left it where the roots were. The other ones I didn't really expect. But look at my tomato. That is not a sun gold, but it is a tomato. And I will call it blessed. This limb there's kind of bent. I need to get up here and procrastinate and tie my tomatoes up. My cucumbers, I've been getting about 2 every day, every other day. Oh, they've just been so good since she's sweet. She really prefers the shade. This is the only one out of 6 that have survived. Yeah, it's got grass. It's at the end of my beds. It's kind of why I've not made any more beds, knowing that this right here is about all I can seem to handle. Look at the asparagus. Little seeds. They're pretty. Got a tree growing up in there, a shrub. Need to cut that out. But this height is really pretty. An iris. These irises bloomed. This is our first year strawberries. They're so big and pretty. Here at our dahlia bed, the purples and that sunset orange and yellow. It's been one of my favorites. Oh. But this one has decided to join the group. It's just kind of a purpley burgundy. Really, really pretty. Oh, look at my rose, y'all. I'm so proud. She's worked so hard to stay alive. She's got some new greens, which are like red, huh? Lamb's ear's doing fabulous. My sage looks like it's getting some mold. Cut her back, cut the thyme back. Look at this dill. We don't need a whole lot of dill. Oh, I'm glad my stuff's coming to make pesto. That one's kind of molding too from all the rain that we've had, huh? Isn't she beautiful? She's tiring. I really need to get some fertilizer out here. The blooms are smaller. So where this bed had so few grass and weeds, this one here's gotten cleaned out. You just can't do it all. You just can't do it all. Look at my Julia child. She was bare root. Isn't she pretty? My grass mulch has grown. My secrets, that one's doing fair. I was really struggling. They are part shade. They get morning sun here. Lilacs are doing so good right here. And it's kind of quit raining, so I'm planning on getting some black paint. Okay. My dahlia that was so tall and so early bloomer, it had fallen. I staked it back, cut the weight of it off, which is kind of sad. It's like, I think that the stems have torn from the little bulb. It's not a bulb, the little root thing. So I thought it's not really going to do anything, but we'll give it a try. Look, it's not giving up. Look, it said you can really cut it deep. You can, and look at the base. Look, dahlias for days. Dahlias for days. And the eggplant there, when it gets a purple bloom, it's really pretty. But they seem to be like a trap plant. Something is eating that instead of something else. See how it eats the eggplant, but it doesn't really eat my zinnias or the bee balm and the salvia. This has come back vigorous. So as my toothache plant, you can eat those flowers, chew those flowers, and that will numb your mouth, numbing properties. That peony. Put some sedum that I had gotten here. It's usually drier. Celosia is just coming back wild and loving. She's such a hot summer plant. Claire Austin, she's taking a heavy cutting. Need to feed them. My pink hydrangea, she's doing pretty good. I've got the pots there, keep the branches up, or so she doesn't get mowed till she's big enough to say I'm here. Cut this back. She's fleshing out really well. I've learned from these window boxes is that they're next to the window and they don't get a lot of rain, so you really have to water them. This one, hydrangea, she's beginning to put on some new growth. They look pitiful their first couple of years, huh? A lentil rose. So you'd seen I pull up a garlic and it is drying. Here, got some of the blue hydrangeas and put them in my kitchen window. These that are hidden. There's some out by the side of the house, and I'm like, oh, they're just so pretty I can't cut them. But the hidden ones, I want you to be seen. So she's blooming pretty good on the front side. And we will be having some elderberries, heucheras and hostas have done pretty good. I've got a hosta hiding under that one, under that branch there. But I'll leave it until later. It's ground cover rose. She looks so antique. Like the 50s. Keeps performing, this gardenia. And I was afraid when I put that here, this bush here was pretty short, and I still may move this out towards the front, maybe. Still some morning shade, or maybe here. I'm not sure, but the ground rose has just gotten higher than it has, but I've really enjoyed smelling it while it's here, so maybe I can just move it here. It's a coral ground cover rose. These David Austins here, They're climbers, pink climbers. Just doing really well. And this corner here, it just gets so much shade, and so it stays wet. And so I just thought, oh, I'll just put it here because I want 3. But this one is thriving the most here. Here's the other. It's the second one. Doing really, really well. This one gets the most sun, and she was planted first. She's growing, but the first one there is the tallest, the middlest, and the smallest, and this one gets the most sun. These are lime hydrangeas. I love how she's tucked in here. And she's a first bloomer, and then the other ones are going to bloom. These are gems, spelled Geum. Got them from Perennial Bluestone. And they came so small. They're thriving. This is some Verbena. And she was gorgeous, and she probably needs some food. But her sister's coming really well. These lime hydrangeas. We've had so much water, so when you feed them, they appreciate it, but then it waters and rains and it's all dilute again. So, the clothesline are empty for now, and they need to be full. We don't have a dryer by choice, and so I really enjoy hanging clothes out. There's a couple of trees that had gotten, this is their second year in pots. And this one is, let's see now, black gum. Ugh. Looks like maybe some disease is getting her. Need to maybe fertilize. And I love this wispy one. But she's getting huh? So masculine. This one is a cypress, yes. A bald cypress. And it started putting on branches at the bottom first, and I thought, oh, I think it's dead. And then it finally got to the top, and now the top is really growing. So pretty. I need to find a place to put him too. Because I got some of the dahlias I shared that aren't doing real well, and feel like maybe I can dig them up and put them in pots. The ones that are doing really well in the pots. Except that it's not going to be rainy season. I'm going to have to plant and water them. So we've been real busy in the garden. We've had potatoes, tomatoes are coming on, squash, it's about done. And do you see that little bee wasp that has blue wings? It's a dirt dauber. Not sure. These weeds. They're just more than I can do. Those rubinias so pretty. I hope they continue to take off. I need to pull that grass. But I was talking about market rose. We've got watermelon. The tomatoes are coming off. The squash are done. They need pulled. We've got purple peas. We've got peas. They're just not ready purple. Look at the corn. He is always so happy about the corn. I think because it's taller than him. He grew it so well. And it fills our freezer. I'm gonna have to start canning some meat because I bought a quarter of a beef, and I've got plenty of jars, but the corn, I will need to make room in the freezer for the corn. So, Bootsy, are you done? Huh? Bootsy, what do you see? Huh? Is there a fly on the potatoes and it's upsetting you? So here's our potatoes. The reds, I've canned quite a few of those. They cook up so good. I love these russets. They did really, really well. These right here, the white ones, they're really, really good. These right here were as your standard. He says we just had some seeding, but they're very sugary. They just kind of dissolve. They don't represent their parent plant very well at all, because they were great as your standard russets. Quick look at the I always wonder what these asparagus plants, but I always think, oh, later. But I will probably need to get some more. She's pretty. She's pretty out here on the back porch. I always try to turn them around a little bit so they'll grow rounded and full. We did have a nest of some baby birds. I think I told y'all already. I guess since we're at the end of the video, can kind of talk about maybe retirement. You know, when I first retired, I was just really, really excited, and such great opportunities and time that I had. And I thought, finally, I'll have time, you know, to catch up with the people that haven't got to see in a while, and see how they've grown. But not asking for sympathy or a million phone calls. Just learning the process, isn't it? And trying to do it with gratefulness. This is a Thanksgiving plant. I gave it to my Tanda, and it's broke off, and she gave it back to me. Some back to me. She still has some. And look, it's blooming. Love that begonia. Get Peter Rabbit. Turn it around. Maybe it's getting too full. Soil's pretty moist, but it's... Here's some more of my garlic and onions. Not many onions left. The baskets. Hosta. Caladium, a spider plant. The spider plant was just huge, and I bought it from a friend. It was her mom's, and I went off to work. It was out here, and it's out of sight, out of mind, and it died. But I had taken some of the branches with me. I wanted to make more plants. Isn't that begonia beautiful? Anyways, I just have a few babies that I've put in pots and hoping for more house plants. Retirement's been, it's been different. It's kind of lonely, y'all. You know those nursing home kind of forgot about. They're not really forgot about. Not forgot about. God knows you're there. You have to rethink. Program your mind. Not what feelings, but what's truth. Because we hosted a baby bird family. And they all grew up and flew away. I needed to show you this. Can't recall the name of it. But I had cut some and put it in the window to grow all winter and put it out here. It's taken forever. I guess it's really just needed the heat. Needed the heat. So y'all have a blessed day. Rowdy, are you ready to go in the house? Bootsy, you ready to take him in the house? Okay. Y'all have a great day. God bless you.